So you're very welcome to the Academy of Code. This is a video which is going to help out people who are just using PCs for the first time. So this is not for anyone who's been with us for a while or anyone who's used PCs themselves, who's used to Windows. This is for people who are just starting out. Maybe they're more used to using phones or tablets or that kind of thing, and they're just getting used to how a Windows computer works. So we're going to start out. What I have on the screen here is Zoom. This is our video chat. This is what we're going to use to talk to the other students in our class, talk to our tutors. And this is going to launch when we follow the link in the email you've received. So you follow the link that we send you to Zoom, and it might do a little install thing, should happen very easily, and this will pop up. And the question is, where do we go from here? Well, there's a couple of little tricks I want to show you, a couple of little basic things that are going to be really, really important as you go on your coding journey. First thing is, if we want to move this window, you see there's a bar up at the top. If I just click in the gray bit at the top here, so I click and hold down, I can drag this window around. If I click anywhere else, that doesn't work. But if I click in this gray bit at the top, I can drag the window around and put it wherever I like. There are also 3 buttons on the top right here. Now the X will close the application completely. This will close the program and we'd have to go and start it again. So generally we won't be clicking that during class. The square will maximize, it makes it full screen. That's sometimes important. Really important is this one, which will restore it back down to the window size and we can move it around again. Now in here, we're going to get all the videos of our classmates, our tutors, when our tutor shares their screen so we can see what's going on. That will happen in here. So often we'll want our Zoom window full screen at the start of class when we're just getting started. But then at some point you're going to be asked to do some coding yourself. And if you're in the youngest group, you're going to be asked to do Scratch more than likely in your first session. Now, to do that, we're going to have to launch Chrome. So I have a shortcut to Chrome in my quick launch bar down at the bottom here. You might have to go and find it on your desktop either. And for some of you, there may be other things you have to look at. You can talk to your tutor about that. Mostly, hopefully you'll have Chrome and you can click on it on the taskbar down here and it's going to launch like this or something like this, okay? Now, once this is launched, just the same as with Zoom, we can click the gray bit at the top and drag it around. We can make it full screen. It might actually launch full screen for you, in which case you can minimize it back down and drag it around like this. So I'm going to put this full screen and I'm going to go to Scratch like this. Okay. So now you have it full screen, but maybe you want to get back to Zoom. Maybe there's stuff still being shown in Zoom that you want to be able to see. So here's the really important bit, and here's the bit that people find a little bit tricky because it's quite different to what you will have done on, say, if you're using an iPad or a smartphone or something like that. If I go down to the bottom here, and I'm not clicking, I'm just hovering. This here is the Zoom icon. If I hover here, again, I'm not clicking, I can see the Zoom windows that are open. So this one, when I click, it'll pop back up. This is the one where the videos and the screen share and all that will be visible. If I want to get back to Chrome, I can go down here and hover and click. So hover and click, hover and click. Okay. Now, one final trick I'm going to show. This is particularly useful if you have quite a big screen. So if you're on a desktop computer with a big separate screen, this is a really useful one to have up your sleeve. Is, let's say I want 2 things on the screen at the same time. There's a key on your keyboard, which is the Windows key. It's 4 little squares beside each other, and it's down between Control and Alt on the bottom left of your keyboard. Okay, I'm going to hold down on that key, and I'm going to press the left arrow on my keyboard. And it will hop the screen, or the window, to the left-hand side of the screen. Now, when I release the Windows key, it will ask me what else I want to show on the screen. So let's say I want to show the Zoom window on the screen. Now, I have both of them side by side, and this can be super handy. Let's say if you've got a window with notes or something, to put both of them side by side. Again, hold down on Windows, press left or press right, and it will hop to that side of the screen. So there's a few basics for you. There's lots more to learn. There's lots of different ways you can move windows around. There's lots of different ways you can swap between them. One of the great things about PCs is that there's so many different ways you can find your own shortcuts and your own favorite way of working. But this is a good starting point at least. So again, hover over, click, and we'll focus back on that. Click the top, we can drag it around. And really that's the most important bit for you to understand for now. If you have any questions, you can obviously direct them to your tutor in class. Your tutors are there to help, and especially when you're just getting started, you shouldn't be afraid to ask for help. if you need it. And apart from that, best of luck with your coding. We'll see you in class soon.